Good evening and blessings, everybody out there. What's going on? It's your man, Rod Hickman, generational wealth builders where poverty ends with us. Look, happy Saturday night. I'm calling y'all from my honeycomb hideout tonight. Just wanted to get on for a few minutes just to talk about a few things. I know it's a lot to talk about out there in the market, and I kind of want to get on that because I know right now a lot of people are gravely concerned. Well, there are some people that are concerned. There are a lot of people that they're not even concerned, which is concerning about what's going on in the market. And again, as always, I'm never about fear tactics. Y'all know me. We've been around. We've been together for some time now. Never about fear tactics, but I'm always about arming you with information that's going to allow you to make the best decisions for you and for your family, right? So with that being said, I did want to just get on for a few minutes and just talk a little bit about what it is that is going on. So either way, what I wanted to share with you, first of all, if you're in the Covington area, if you're in the metropolitan city of Covington, we are super excited about our karaoke meeting that is coming up. Again, our karaoke party is going to be all of that. It's called So You Think You Can Sing. And it is a karaoke party where we are pleased as punch to be able to host this event. Again, we're doing it just to get the community together, just to get everybody out so we can all get on one accord and just have a good time karaoke. I don't know too many people who don't have fun when they do karaoke. And so that's what we want to do. We're having it here at the Covington Civic Center, which is located at 100 West Washington Street in Covington. If you don't know where that is, find the post office basically right across the street from the post office. And again, if you can sing, we want to hear you, right? If you think you can sing, we want to hear you. And even if you can't sing and you just want to sing, well, baby, you come on because we want to hear you too, right? We want to hear you as well. Again, because you cannot listen. I have never, ever had a bad time doing karaoke. I don't know about you. And if you did, you were not doing it right. So again, that's what we're hosting there at the Covington Civic Center, 100 West Washington Avenue. Now, listen, we are partnering with the Tipton County Carl Perkins Center. And so admission is 2 non-perishable food items, right, per person. So if you are a family of 3, you need 6 non-perishable food items so that we can make a donation to the Carl Perkins Food Pantry. So again, that's what we want to do. But again, I'm telling y'all we're going to have a good time. Well, Rod, how you know we're going to have a good time? Well, let me show you. Because we have guest judges, and our guest judges are phenomenal. So if you don't know, we have the Right Reverend Mario Hazley, and that's a singing fella. I often wonder sometimes if he's the one that does the backup for Stevie Wonder. I mean, that brother have range and all that there, but he's going to be one of our judges. My sister in the gospel, Tamika Hayes, she is a singing somebody. She got a little Patty in her, but she also got a little Tina in her and everything like that too. So she's going to be one of our guest judges. And then we got my friend, the rockin' rocker, Danger Dan Craddock. Right, that man play a mean guitar and he sing a little bit with it. So we're excited about having our guest judges that are going to be there with us. And as I was telling somebody the other day, we're also going to have a line dancing dance-off. Now, what is the line dancing dance-off? The line dancing dance-off is we're going to do a blend of every line dance that's out there. And we just want to see who knows the most line dances, right? That's what we want to see. We want to see who knows the most line dances. So it's going to be all together. So it's not going to be like, okay, here's the country genre, here's the urban genre, here's this, that. No. It's going to be all together. So that's what I want y'all to be. No, we're going to just have a good time. Then we have vendors that are going to be there with us. I know one of our vendors is Theo and Rose. Ice cream, they're going to be there with us. So super proud of her and super excited to have Miss Tara there. We got Miss Betty Dye, A Taste of Paradise by Betty, where she does juicing and has some tremendous natural remedies, some natural juices. So she's going to be one of our vendors there. And then last but not least, we have oh Lord, she gonna get me if I don't call it right. But we don't have a photo booth there and a 360. So we're gonna have a 360 machine there that's hosted by Miss Tina Douglas. And so we're super excited about her and all of our vendors being there. We have about 5 more spots available now. So if you want your spots, again, on that flyer, hit the white QR code. That's how you register as a vendor. Somebody will reach out to you. If you want to sing, if you want us to already know about you, so we can already get your songs lined up, then you would register over there on the left-hand side. But folks, we're going to have a great time. I can't tell you how amazing that time is going to be. So again, that is going to be this Saturday from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. right there in the metropolitan city of Covington at the Covington Civic Center from 2 to 5 p.m. All right, let's get into it. So what I really want to talk about tonight is the market. Now, I hate to be that guy, but I think we've been together long enough and y'all kind of already know I am that guy, right? And if y'all recall, I have been telling people for the longest, move your money out of the variable market, not just all money, your retirement money specifically, because that is the money that is your bill money for your future self, right? That's what I've been saying. I promise I got receipts. I've been saying that for the longest. I've been crowing about it. Nobody wanted to listen to Rod, and look at where we are now. It's been said that the market has lost about $6 trillion. And you must understand that you got to ask yourself, where is my retirement money? Well, baby, your retirement money is not under the mattress. It's not somewhere sitting there chilling. Your retirement money is in the market. So what does that mean? That means that you have lost money in your retirement plan. Now, I'm not here just to be that petty guy. Well, yes, I am. I am that petty guy because, again, when I share this information, the purpose of me sharing this information is to make sure that you are protected, right? That's the whole reason. That's the whole reason I got into this business. I hate when I see the elderly people in their 60s that have to work. It's one thing if they want to work, but I hate to see the ones that have to work. I hate seeing that our elderly people are falling by the wayside because they're living beneath the poverty level because they're running out of money. And as I've been saying beforehand, it's not their fault per se, because they trusted in a system that they thought was going to make sure that they retired. Why? Because this is what they teach us in school. They teach us in school, in public school now, go to work, get a 401k, put money into it. That's your retirement. You live the rest of your life, right? That sounds great. But if that's the case, why are we seeing a retirement crisis? Question. And that goes back to the vehicle in which your retirement money is in. Your retirement money is in the variable market. You've got to know that. It's in the variable market. That's in the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, all of that. It's in the stock market. And as I always tell people, especially our clients, that when you put your money in the variable market, it's a lot like going to the casino. And there are 2 rules when you go to the casino. Rule number 1, the house always wins. That's rule number 1. Fat Tony gonna get his money. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. Fat Tony is not gonna lose. That's rule number 1. Rule number 2 is you never take your bill money to the casino. Now, it's obvious, and I hope that it makes the mental connection that you don't take your bill money to the casino because the house always wins. I told y'all the story. My wife, when we went to Vegas for our annual convention in our insurance company, we had some time to kill, and in that time to kill, we were just walking down the strip, and somebody was like, "Hey man, y'all want to earn $100 or $50 or something like that? All you gotta do is come and listen to this, and we'll give you lunch." I'm like, "Okay, I ain't buying nothing. I'm gonna let you know that now. I ain't buying nothing, but I'll do it. We ain't got nothing else to do. So we go ahead on, we do it. Of course, you know, they come out trying to sell us a timeshare. We don't fall for it. So we're sitting there waiting on the guy, because if you know the struggle, or if you know the thing, they must process, and they try to let you sit there, and they send somebody else to talk to you, and they got good cop, bad cop, and all this, that, and the third. But either way, we're talking to the guy. You know what the guy says to me? He says, Vegas is a city that's built on losers. I said, bro, what do you mean by that? He said, man, don't you know that they set these casinos up where, one, you lose track of time. Two, they keep pumping fresh air in there so you don't get tired when you're in the casino. They give you drinks. Some of them serve you food so you never leave. And so what happens is you get comfortable in this place, you start winning, and then you just lose track of time. And next thing you know, bada boom, bada bing, they got you. Because very few people have the discipline that if they win, and especially if they win big, they get up and they get on down. Very few people have that kind of discipline. And that's why he says built on losers. And so what happens is people win a little bit, and then they start losing, and they feel like, oh, I'm just really one pull away. I'm just one shake of the dice away. I'm just one roll of the roulette wheel away. And that's how they end up losing their money, right? So that's, I went that long story to tell you that is the exact same thing with the stock market. You cannot predict the stock market. Let's be clear. And if anybody tells you that they can predict what's going to happen, they told you a bald-faced lie. Now, I do believe there are people out there that are pulling levers that are making things happen. I do believe that. But here's what you got to understand. The people that are doing that are the very same people that are benefiting from the market. So with that being said, I'm going to show you something in a second. Something I just pulled up on Google. I don't want y'all to say, Rod went out there and tried to construct something to make his point. No, I just asked one simple question to Google. You'll see what Google had to say. Now, before I do that, here's what let me go ahead and do that, right? Let's go ahead and do that. So as you can see right here, what this is saying to us is over the past 30 years, all I asked Google was, what are the 30-year stock market returns? Here's what Google said. Over the past 30 years, from 94 to 24, the S&P has averaged an annual rate return of about 9%. But when you adjust for inflation, it's really only like 6%. All right? I need y'all to understand that, right? On average. But again, averages don't mean it's all gains. What averages mean, folk, is if the market goes up 50%, and then if it comes down 50%, and then if it goes back up 25%, or whatever it goes up over the course of that period, that's what they're saying the average is. So it didn't mean that you gained 6.3%. It doesn't mean that. It means if you left your money in there over the period of that 30 years, you earned 6.3%. I know that probably sounds goofy, but I promise you, it's not like, oh, I got 6.3% every year. No, you didn't. You absolutely did not. So that's what I want people to understand. So notice what it says. On average, about S&P 500, 9% annually. They got to adjust for inflation because cost of everything is going up. Look at the specific time frame from 2014 to 2024. They're saying it's about 11%, so on and so forth. Now, why did I show you that? I showed you that, good people, because what you got to understand is I use the casino analogy. When you're gambling your money, right? When you out there shaking them dice and doing what you're doing it with the intention of winning. But what if you don't win? How many times do you say, I'm going to go to the casino, I got there $100, but you come out of there $100, $200 lighter, right? Now, what do I want to talk about tonight? So I want to talk about where you are right now, right? Because what I need you to do, I need you to protect you. I need you to protect the future you. And I know people out there saying, and I respect what they're saying. I promise you, I respect what they're saying, because everything's not for everybody. Some people are in a much better position than others. That's true. But for the majority of people who don't have a financial plan, who have never sat down with a financial advisor, who just basically go to work and come home, and you don't know how to manage your money, and you just working because what your teacher told you was get a job, put your money in the 401k and work on. You're the one I want to talk to. The first thing you need to understand, my friend, is know exactly where you are. So what you need to do, you need to look at your 401k. You need to look at the balance. You need to know what you have in there. It's almost like, how would you respond if I said, hey man, give me access to your bank account. I'm not going to take no money from it. Are you going to check it? If you give me your card and your access number and I have access to your bank account, are you going to check to make sure that I didn't take any of your money? I mean, I know I'm a trustful guy, but are you going to check behind me? Of course you are. So let me ask this question. If that's the case, why don't you check on your retirement money? Because literally what you're doing, every paycheck, you are turning around and you are giving someone your money, and you're not following up on it. That's exactly what you're doing. So when I give you the analogy about, are you giving me your debit card to allow me to go out there and do what I want to do? If the answer is blankety blank, no, bro, then why are you just putting your money in your 401k and you're not even looking at it? That's what we got to do. That's the biggest hustle right there. That's the biggest hustle. Oh, yeah, keep putting your money in there. It's going to go up. It's going to go down. But don't worry about it. If you wouldn't give me your debit card, if you wouldn't give me access to your bank account and not check behind me, why would you give it to a fiduciary or a money manager and let them just do what they want to do with it? Somebody help me understand that. So that's why you got to look where you are. And I know, I get it. You don't want to look at it because you like, man, good God Almighty, I don't know what's in there. Woo, it might not be the number that I need it to be. Well, folks, guess what? That's the primary reason why you need to look at it. Because what you'll ask yourself then is, it's going to cause you to say, well, wait a minute now. If I've been putting X amount of dollars in there, why don't I have X amount of dollars? Come on now. Let's make this make sense. If you're putting $200 a month away into a 401k, and you've been doing that for 10 years, right? You should have at least $24,000. If you don't, you got to ask yourself, why? It makes sense? Come on now. I can't make this be any simpler. And here's the one thing that I want to say before I go to something else. Being afraid to check it because you're like, well, it's free money. You do know you got to pay taxes on the gains, but that's a thought for another time. Let me go ahead and get out of here. So the next thing you need to know is your financial independence number. What are your retirement numbers? Your FIN number, or your financial independence number, is the amount of money that you need to have so that when you retire, you do not have to go back to work. You have your annual income that will get you to the age of 90. So let me make it easy for you. If you say, Rod, I make $50,000 a year and I want to retire at the age of 60, then friend, you need to have at least $1.5 million in your retirement plan when you walk away. $1.5 million is your FIN number. Does that make sense? So you've got to know your FIN number. And so this is where 1 and 2 go together. So you don't look at where you are. So you say, oh yeah, I'm getting older, I won't be retired in 5 years. Well, guess what happens to most people? In 5 years, you realize you only got $200,000, $300,000. And you're like, oh snap, I can't retire. But your body is saying, bro, we sick of this here. So it's time for us to go to the house. but you realize you don't have enough money. That's what's happening to people all over. That's why we have a retirement crisis, because people don't know their retirement numbers. They're just putting their money into the black hole every month. Every paycheck they paying this dude that they don't even know, the Wolf of Wall Street, or what I call them. You're giving the Wolf of Wall Street 5, 10%, whatever the case. Some people are novel talking about, I'm doing 20% because I want to have a good retirement, but yet and still you don't know what your number is. And then too, you're not even looking at where you are right now. So folks, those are the things. That's number 2. And here we go with number 3. Number 3, you cannot be afraid to make changes. Oh, folks, let me help you. I don't know about you. I thank God for the era that I live in right now. But I venture to say that if I'd have been alive and if I'd have been on the Titanic, man, look at him. It might have been one rowboat missing. And it just been me on there. Stroke. I'm not afraid to make changes. I'm not afraid to do what's necessary to protect me. I'm not afraid to do what's necessary to protect my family. I'm not. I will do what is necessary to make sure that my family is taken care of. Now, of course, it's not illegal, immoral, or unethical. I'm not talking about that. But I will do what is necessary to take care. If that means that I have to do something that is unpopular with folk, that's what it is. Okay. So at my day job, they offered a 401k. I went into the benefits man and told her, I don't want to contribute. Do not take any money out of my 401k. I mean, for a 401k. Don't do it. I don't contribute to a 401k. Well, why is that? The company matches, well, they're gonna match up to 6%. That's free money. I said, ma'am, am I gonna have to pay taxes on the gains on that money? Well, yeah. Well, how's it free money? Who is it free money for? It ain't free money for me. So what in the world I'm gonna give the company a tax break for when they're then gonna take that money and go gamble it away? And then whatever little bit I do grow, then I gotta pay taxes on that. Are you high? Come on, man. No. Watch this. This is how sinister I feel that the 401k is. You may feel a little different, but watch this. If you work, let's just say you gain $500,000. Let's say $1 million. We'll just make it easy. $1 million. Do you know that puts you in a higher tax bracket? So that means that you're gonna have to pay taxes on that $1 million. And I know some people say, well, I want to take all the million at once. Oh, so you're gonna leave it in the market so that the market can fluctuate and impact that. That's your choice. But let's say you say, no, just cash me out. Give me all my money. I'm going to figure out what I want to do with it. So you know you're only going to end up with about $500,000, maybe $600,000 after taxes because it is tax deferred. Yes, most people don't know that. It's tax deferred. And most people find out, guess when? They find out when they get ready to retire. And they sitting there talking to the people like, yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here. Like, yeah, well, you know you got to claim this on your, wait a minute, ho. I thought it was free money. No, fam, it's not. It's tax deferred. And the sad reality is people don't even realize that. And then here's the last point I'm going to make, and I'm out. Maybe. Now that $500,000 is all you have to live on for the rest of your life. That's it. Where you gonna put that money? And so this is why one of the products that we introduce our clients to is the fixed index annuity. Why is that? Because it's a personal pension, and it basically guarantees you income for life, as well as it has principal protection. So none of my clients that have a fixed index annuity have lost a dime. That's the reality of it. And so with that being said, folks, I just want you to understand that, yes, you're going to hear stuff about the market. That's what the market does. The market, every so often, the market does what it does. It goes down. But here's the thing I'm going to leave with you. The money that is lost in the market is not lost. And so you got to start asking the right questions. Where is that money? Where did those trillions of dollars go? Did it just evaporate? No, it did not just evaporate. It was transferred to somebody else. Well, who was it transferred to? Maybe the very same individuals that tell you, hey, just keep your money in the market and ride it out. Why? Because they're getting paid. Yeah, ask them. The very same people that are advising you to keep your money in the market, they're getting paid. I didn't make up the game. I'm just pulling the covers off of it. Please understand, if you don't remember nothing else I said, start asking the right questions, folks. Ask yourself, if the money is lost, where did it go? Did it exist? They took it out your check. So how was it lost? That sounds to me like Vegas. That sounds to me like the casino, where I put my money on the table, and if I roll wrong or I'm not on the right spot, the man with that little hook come take that money and they put it over to the house, or they put it over to who won. That's what's happening with your retirement. And that, people, is part of the reason why we have a retirement crisis right now. So with that being said, let me say this. You may say, Rod, bro, I'm not getting what you're saying. I'm not picking all of it up. Look, by all means, go to my website, Generational Wealth Building with Rod Hickman, and let's book an appointment. Book an appointment with me. Let's sit down. Let's take a look, and let's construct for you a program to help make sure that, one, you know your FIN number, your financial independence number, but then we can too see where you are, right? Because you still may have time to course correct, right? You don't want to wait until you don't have time to do anything. That's when you become desperate. But let's get together beforehand. Let's look at where you are and let us put together a plan that's going to help you get where you need to be. All right. Well, look, that's my time on tonight, folks. Talked a little longer than I wanted to, but y'all know me. I don't know how to really just do the 2-minute things or whatever. But here we go. Remember, we have our karaoke party this Saturday, Covington, Tennessee, at the Covington Civic Center from 2 to 5 p.m. If you're a singer, come on, we want to hear you sing, baby. If you're not a singer, come on, we still want to hear you too. You can't have a bad day of karaoke. If you're a vendor out there, you have some products that you want to get out, we have about 5 tables left. So we do want to get spots for you. We're going to be giving you advertisement all this week leading up to our event as well. And we're going to shout you out while we are in our event. But other than that, folks, that's my time. Listen, until we meet again, remember, knowledge is not power until it is applied. You can have an 18-wheeler truck that's gassed up and ready to go, and you can rev it all day. However, it's not until you apply that clutch and actually put it in gear that truck is actually going to go forward. And that's exactly what's going to happen with this information. If you don't apply it and put it into action, you will not go forward and grow. So again, that's my time. May y'all have a good night. May the Lord bless you until we meet again on next time. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And bye-bye.